Okay, hi grade nines. I don't know what the time is that you're watching this. I don't know if you are even watching this. If this sucks, then tell me. It's just something new that I'm trying. So, for those of you who missed this or just want to recap what we did today, the one example was just mixed factorization where we now have fractions involved. So, even though the question says simplify, not factorize, which we know is two different things, hopefully, please. Okay, when we have fractions, especially if there's more than one term involved in the numerator or the denominator, you are going to have to factorize before you can simplify. And at the start, the factorizing part can be a bit overwhelming, but then when you have that sorted out, you change your divide to a multiply with the reciprocal, everything like that. The fun part comes where you get to cancel when it's only products times products. No? Okay, so let's start. Just want to change the color over here. I don't like writing in red. Okay, so let's quickly go factorize. We have 6x squared plus 18x minus 16. Okay, first off, we see all of those numbers are divisible by 6. So we have x squared plus 3x minus 10. Now we see 1, 2, 3. If dealt with a highest common factor, we go count, we see 3 terms. That is a square, so it is a quadratic trinomial. Highest power is 2, 3 terms. Okay, we go look at our constant term. We get 10 with 1 times 10 and 2 times 5. Okay, now we see 1 plus 10 is 11, that's not 3. Subtract them, we get 9, it's not 3, so this one is not going to help us. 2 and 3, however, sorry, that's a 5. 2 and 5, when we add them, we don't get 3, but when we subtract them, we do. Okay, so let's see if that's going to work. We separate this bracket into 2, a product of 2 brackets. We know x's are going to be in front, and 5 and 2, and 2 and 5 doesn't match how they order. Now, what matters is the signs. So, we know there is a minus. So, when the constant term has a negative, we know the signs have to differ. And then the bigger number has to have that sign. So, plus 5 and minus 2. Okay, so let's just double check. When we multiply those two inner terms, we get negative 2x. When we multiply the outer terms, we get 5x. When we add them, we do get the 3x. Also, negative 2 times positive 5 is negative 10. Beautiful, our factorization worked. Okay, same with the denominator over there in the first term. 8x squared plus 40x. We quickly first see if there's a common factor that we can take out. That's always our first point of reference when we factorize, and we see it's 8x. So we have x plus 5 left. Do you see that they already have something in common? This is usually the whole point of it. Brackets are going to repeat themselves when we're working with fractions and simplification. Okay. And then we see in the second fraction, there's nothing special there. You can't factorize anything. Oops. So, there we go, right? Okay. We change this one. We factorize it to 6x minus 2, x plus 5. Our denominator is 8x, x plus 5. Do you see? Then we know when we divide by a fraction, we've said this 1,000 times, we will still say it 1,000 times. Dividing by a fraction is multiplying with the reciprocal. Reciprocal is a fancy word for swapping numerator and denominator. Okay, now we see everything is products on top, everything is products at the bottom. There's no more, well, there's a plus or minus there, but you can see that as a bracket. We multiply fractions, we multiply everything on top, everything at the bottom. So now we can do the fun part, we can cancel. We know 5x divided by 5x is 1. 8x divided by 8x is 1. x minus 2 and x minus 2 divided as 1. So we have a bunch of 1s being multiplied, and then still this 6 over there. So answer is just 6. Yes, this is a lot of work for 6 as an answer. Somewhere along the line you'll start getting 1 or 0 after a lot of work. You get used to it. Okay, I hope this was useful. Have a good day further.